Oh, she convulsed. Oh my gosh. Is she having a seizure? Oh. Oh, it's. Oh my gosh, dude. This is effed. This is so messed up. Oh my gosh, dude. This. Oh. Hello friends, my name is Benoit Kim, a licensed psychotherapist and your favorite yapper. We're in the final stretch of the final 3 episodes, and per the audience's request, I'll be reacting to episode 21 and 22 together as a season finale. So I hope you guys enjoy. Assassination Zero, Helix Seat, and Gina Chimaru are the founding sponsors here, and shout out to every single YouTube family and patron families out there. Thank you so much. Sit back and I hope you enjoy. All right, continuation of the dreamy performance. Biohazard. Tsubaki, the mass destruction weapon. Just based on the setup of this wholesome flashback and memory recall, I could tell that it's going to be an emotional setup for what's to come, probably towards the second half of the episode, and I'm eagerly waiting for Emi and Kosei's performance at that competition. Super stoked, because Takashi absolutely nailed it last week. Bless you, Tsubaki. Yes. Jeez. What the? Tsubaki strip just shotgunned that vitamin C like, I don't know, at a tailgate or something. Take a moment of silence for all those out there who are getting ready for the entrance exam in Asia, right? Korea, Japan, China. Again, it truly is life and death. It is truly one of the highest stake moments in those respective countries, because everything I talked about before, extremely serious. And it is probably one of the most important milestones to set the foundation for your future. Again, because American Dream is a pretty unique concept to the United States, despite its flaws. And there are ample of opportunities, although I would argue American Dream has been dying as a whole. But the fact remains, in Korea, Japan, China, the concept in itself to break out of your social caste, your classism, your socioeconomic class is extremely difficult, nearly impossible. All that to say, entrance exam is here. Again, it's setting the tone for the intensity of high stress and high emotions. Wow. The power of love. She wants to get closer to Kosei. Go brag to Kosei, of course. Oh, she's not here. Or he's not here. He's at the competition. Tsubaki's I can't wait to brag to him. And guess what? I'm sure she's thinking, music is taking Kosei away from me yet again.
Now come on!
But of course, it is not. Kosei is trying his absolute best for himself, Kaori, but also Tsubaki, so he does not go overseas. It's all about perception in the stories we tell ourselves. Yo, Watari men's man. After all that, Watari and Kosei's heart-to-heart, freaking basically Kaori's confession with Kosei on the rooftop in the last episode, or 2 episodes ago, the story, the narration that Kosei is telling himself is, I will only be a third wheel. That is a wall of denial. This wall of the Great Wall of Denial is almost as impressive as Mao Mao's that you can see from the space. If you know, you know, right? But again, this is his futile, yet what he thinks is a necessary subconscious effort to protect himself from getting hurt, because he knows she's dealing with terminal stage illness and he knows what happened to his mother. So this is just his brain trying to protecting him from getting disappointed, getting hurt, and no one can blame him for that. Yet the Great Wall of Denial persists. Medusa, oh my gosh, I love all these animal, what do you call that? Aura, gorilla. We've seen, obviously, like, I think we've seen a tiger. We've seen quite a few animals, and freaking Kaori, the most mystical, powerful of them all, Medusa, they can turn you into stone. Look at that, very symbolic. Watari sitting in the stool next to bedside under the sunlight. Kosei is in the shadow, light and dark, light and shadow. Again, this is him feeling afraid, feeling fearful, the shadow, the absence of light, because he's scared. Yo, that Watari's chiseled jawline, dude, could cut through diamonds. Not true. Not true. A pervert substitute, I guess, friends A. Again, false perception. These are distorted thoughts, cognitive distortions. It is not true. Because think about the triangle, right? Our thoughts, the content of our thoughts influence our emotions, and our emotions influence our actions. But it's a triangle because it's all directional. Conversely, our emotions also influence the thought content, the content of our thoughts. Because of his feelings, because of his Great Wall of Denial, his desire to protect himself, his thoughts are distorted. It is untrue. Again, they've had heart to heart on the rooftop and all those, everything they've accumulated. Yet here he is. He still feels like he's a substitute. He is just a third wheel. False perceptions. We have to check ourselves. And here's a fact. And here's a truth. It may be difficult, but here's a truth nonetheless. We cannot trust all of our thoughts. Our brain lies to us all the time because of how we're feeling. Our feelings are valid, but not always true either. It's very nuanced. The balance is tricky, but it is true nonetheless. Not true. Oh, it's the cat. Oh, meow meow. Speaking of Mao Mao, dude, it's a cat. Oh. And of course, we've seen the traumatic history of the mom taking the cat away from Kosei because she thought it was impairing it and slowing down his progress. But of course, we talked about the black cat that haven't appeared in a while represents the shadow self, his inner child, the side that's been suppressed due to trauma. So it's interesting that Kosei is going back to his memory recall about the origin and the beginning of this cat. Again, what is this cat initially represented for Kosei? Belonging, meaningful relationships, a new extended family member. What is this implying? Kosei wants to be close to Kaori, but he's afraid, the push and pull. And we call that anxious avoidance attachment style. Definition right here. Anxious avoidant attachment style. Why do we develop anxious attachment style? Because when we were young, our parents were inconsistent, our caregivers were inconsistent. Sometimes our needs were met, sometimes they were not. So we became anxious. And again, it's an attachment style. It's not bad. Rather, it's our brain's way of justifying and making sense of the world and to protect us so we don't get hurt again. That's why it's anxious. Do I go to them or do I not? Why? Because again, our needs were sometimes met and sometimes not. What is the avoidance attachment? Our needs were mostly unmet. Our needs were mostly unmet. When we needed our parents or caregivers, they were mostly not there. So we've learned to avoid. Why? Well, what's the point? Why bother? Why try? We're going to get disappointed anyway. So let's just avoid. Let's just protect ourselves. Let's just hide in our turtle of a shell and never try again. Remember, that's how our parents treated us. Remember, that's how our caregivers treated us. And here's the question. Again, attachment styles are not bad. It is unhealthy because it is a maladaptive way for our brains to protect ourselves because we've been hurt before. But the question is, just because we were mistreated or neglected when we were children, does that dictate and necessitate and predict how we're going to be treated as adults with that girl or that boy we're interested in? No, because those boys or those girls, they're not our parents or caregivers. They're not the same. We have to actively break and interrupt our attachment styles. And it's not a terminal stage cancer. We can 100% update and improve them. So here, even through this push and pull, through this memory recall, I could glimpse into, and it's been displayed, of Kosei's anxious and avoidance attachment style because we know his upbringing with his mom, right? That's what this cat and this flashback represents. Oh, is this after the cat was thrown out by the mom? Oh, vitamin C. Oh, Chelsea. This is the band-aid, right? I think his hand got scratched by Chelsea, if I recall correctly, and that's what prompted the mom to throw the cat away. Man, devastating. Oh. That's so beautifully wholesome. This is a callback to when Kosei comforted Tsubaki saying, hey, you're not a gorilla, you're a girl. And here, Tsubaki is like, hey, you're not heartless, you do have a heart. Although she did struggle to list the qualities. Because remember, Kosei did not have a childhood. All of his childhood was hijacked and consumed and overtaken by his mother's desire at the time. That's why she struggled to list the good things. Oh man. Deep. It's just so that you're so good at hiding it that even you can't hide it or you can't find it. That is the avoidance attachment style tendency that Tsubaki is talking about. Oh. Oh man. That's also Kaori's attachment style, and that's also Kaori's self-preservation, self-protective effort and mechanism, because she also does not want to get hurt, and she also doesn't want to hurt Kosei because she knows her dooming future. Of course, I hope that risky, high-risk surgery works out, but based on the setup, I highly doubt it. Or am I just being cynical, right? Oh, Kosei's, again, you see that? Anxious avoidance attachment style. He's avoiding because he's anxious of getting hurt because of Watari. And again, the false perceptions, his distorted thoughts, his untrue thoughts that's influencing his behaviors. Remember the triangle? Our thoughts influence our emotions, and our emotions influence our behaviors. This is the cognitive behavior therapy triangle. Shout out to Aaron Beck, right? Amazing psychologist who founded the cognitive behavior therapy CBT modality. Oh, poor Kosei. And poor Tsubaki. Oh, man.
ああ、来たよ。降ってきた。
いいなって思うのは積もるまでだよ。
雪に味がついてたら世界は平和。突然の雨宿り。
椿、可愛いハンカチ使ってるね。
隣には男の子。
椿は女の子みたいだ。
Wow, great callback to that childhood
椿は
time.
女の子だよ。嫌だったんでしょ、母ちゃん。
Tsubaki doesn't want to be just a girl. She wants to be his girl. Very different, right? That's why she's saying that he's lying. But hey, at least Tsubaki, you're definitely not a gorilla. Shout out to puberty, huh?
渡りがいたから。
そんなんじゃないよ。
嘘つき。
Ah.
嫌なんだ。
Oof.
母ちゃんと渡りが笑ってるのが見てるのが辛いんだ。
Oof. Truth hurts. This is so amazing and so ironic. Tsubaki's best friend calls her out on her BS. And now she's doing the same thing to Kosei by calling him out on his BS. Again, a hallmark of a true friend. Again, not out of ego, for the sake of our own self-gratifying feeling of, oh, I'm right, you're wrong. Never. Rather, for the sake of truth and for the sake of that person's benefit. That is the hallmark I'm speaking of.
だから避けるんだ。
Yes.
椿の我慢なんかすぐわかる。
君が
Oh,
私
the
のそばにいたの
cat!
に
What a writing.
すぐわかる。昴生は母ちゃんが好きなんだよ。
Yes.
変わったの。見るもの、聞くもの、感じるもの。世界が輝き出したの。
Oh, what a
友
anime.
人 A。
What a sequence. Again, friend A. A, baby. He acknowledged it. This is one of the most heartbreaking triangle relationships I've seen in a while. And of course, you guys would be like, oh my gosh, here goes Benoit again. It's only because you haven't seen that many romance animes. I mean, it's true. But from my experience, it is one of the most innocent, wholesome, yet heartbreaking triangle relationships.
バグ
Whoa!
母ちゃんは渡りが好きなんだよ。ずっとそうだったじゃん。あんたが相手にされるはずないじゃん。
That's not true. That's also not true.
女の子関係で渡り
That's not true. I don't know if Tsubaki's saying that because this is her competing subconsciously out of jealousy with Kaori, or she generally is unaware. Because again, she is not even fully aware of her emotions. How can she be aware of Kaori's emotions, right? Because again, what's in the inside often projects to the outside. Our relationships with other people are often an extension and reflections of our relationship with ourselves. I think I've said this before, but it is true. And again, I don't know which is the case necessarily, but as the audience, we know whose heart Kaori truly belongs to. It is Kosei.
が相手なら1ミリ
Even
も
Watari
ない
knows
ん
that.
だよ。
知ってる。
嘘つき、そばにいるって言ったくせに。
Ah,
椿の我慢なんかすぐわかる。
私のこと何も知らないくせに。
dude, middle school romance is hard. My
私を
goodness.
女の子だなんて思ったこともないくせに。
Interesting. You've never thought of me as a girl. Again, Tsubaki speaking in terms of romantic interests as a partner. And what Kosei is saying is literally, like biologically, a girl. Classic miscommunication or misunderstanding.
顔
Not true. That's okay.
あんたは私と恋するしかないの。
Whoa! What the? What in the? Whoa, that's a confession of love right there. Are you gonna run out, Tsubaki? Oh my gosh! Jeez.
思い知った苦しんだんだあんたも
Oh my
苦しんで
gosh.
苦しんで苦しんで私のこといっぱい考えやっとレモネードの味がする
Does it? I hope you don't get cold.
私の時間は
Jeez.
動き出したばかりだ
The time existed in just started flowing. It's not because of the prospect of love began exponentially higher for Tsubaki, but rather the time started flowing because she is no longer lying to herself. She's becoming more authentic, more truthful, more forthcoming, and she has accepted and become one with the emotion she's blocked out. Just like Kosei's journey until like halfway through the season, right? Does that make sense? The time only starts flowing when we're being true to ourselves. Because a lie is a lie and a beautiful lie is a lie no matter how beautiful it may sound. That's why the time started flowing again. Amazing. And heartbreaking. Man. Oh!
おはよ
Ooh la la! Ah!
椿
Tsubaki's also anxious and avoidant. I am dead, yo. My goodness. Anxious avoidant attachment style square. But again, remember, we don't want to pathologize and demonize those who struggle with whatever attachment styles. Because again, attachment styles are not bad. It's just a unhealthy and maladaptive coping that our brains developed to protect ourselves. And again, we can work through them. We can update them. Wow.
帰ろう風邪気味なんだろ
My goodness.
雨に当たっただけ
What a great friend she is.
拾いに行くのは椿だぞ
Yo! Home run queen is back. Oh. Whoa! Nice. A window? Oh, close. Even the direction, she's hitting all those home runs towards the direction of the music room where Kosei often resides. Even just the writing, just so impressive, so cohesive.
有馬君と何かあった
Oh my gosh! Jeez. Yo. Yo.
変なこと言うからでしょ
Oh my
バレ
god.
バレなんだ
Yep. Called it.
してな後世に蹴りぶち込んでやっただけそうへんぼくチョコバイだメガネもっと苦しめばいいんだ
私に言われて
Yo, even if Kosei wanted to chase after Tsubaki, he can't because he's physically limping from that freaking destructive shin kick that took away half of his HP. My goodness.
もっと私のこと考えろバカ後世
Reach him. Wow, will this reach
私
him?
のだけ
Hit the window? Kosei is so dense. Oh my gosh.
椿があんな冗談
Oh, middle school.
謎だ女の子は謎だ2月の本戦まで時間ないのよあんたは努力と情熱を備えた才能たちと戦うの、
Yes.
進学か外へ出るかこのコンクール次第ピアニストとしての未来が決まるしっかりしなあんたは岐路に立ってるのよ
You're standing at the crossroads, and this is the teacher's wake up call for Kosei. Again, So many through lines and themes, recurring themes. It's amazing. Wake up, Kosei. Let's go.
もう病院来なくていいからもうすぐ本戦なんでしょ病院来てる暇あるなら譜面をさらう一小節でも体に叩き込む
Coach
そうい
Kaori.
うことだからバイバイキーン
Kaori doesn't want to distract Kosei. That's very thoughtful and considerate of her.
なんだよ自分が定期連だけに来いって言ったくせにわがまま無責任傍若無人
Oh, Mao again.
僕何かしたか
Oh, Kosei. Just so
病室
dense.
でチョコ食べたのがまずかったかな
What's more dense? The density of the earth and the gravity or freaking Kosei, huh? Might be
お見舞いに
close.
行っても黙ってるからかな相沢さんの話したのが良くなかったかな
It's not it. Oh, cat distribution system.
定期連絡がなくなったら君に会いに行く理由がなくなっちゃう
なんじゃい
見て見て飛行機が飛んでる夜間飛行だすごい
おおそうだね
They're looking at the same nice guy. Wow.
行くの
星の海を飛行機
Oh, crosses the sea of stars. Oh, Mao. Oh.
病院に来るなって言った
電話しないなんて言ってないよ低空だよ夜なのに
予想の
Dumbfounded.
ベース
Flabbergasted.
また病院に行くよ
だからいいってば君にそんな暇
You don't have to, but I want you to, is what Kaori's saying. I mean, to be fair, Kaori is sending a lot of mixed signals to Kosei's credit because, again, everything I talked about, they're both just respectively trying to protect each other, you know?
ないでしょ
暇とかじゃないよ
Kosei, are you gonna confess? Come
君
on.
に会いたいんだ
Oh! Ooh la la.
鉄の塊が流れ星のよ
Hmm.
見える
Deep. So romantic.
君のちょっとした仕草に一喜一憂僕
Wow. Dude, Kosei is in deep. Sorry, Tsubaki. Just. Sorry, girl. Just. Kosei's in deep.
いう感情をなんて呼んだかな
It's called
こういう
love
気持ちを
stuck. Yep.
いけないこれはきっと恋っていう
Yep.
と決まったよ
おやったね
One last thing. This is so tragic for Tsubaki. Tsubaki's call to arms, Tsubaki's courage, Tsubaki's final confession of her love actually catalyzed and inspired Kosei to confess his love and become more clear of his own emotion. That's brutal. Again, no one is wrong. It's just love is also timing, right? Love is also timing. So, man.
スポーツ推薦だから決まって当然だけどな3月からサッカー部に顔を出せってさまた下っ端に逆戻りだ誘われるの嫌がってたのに
避けてたんだ
Watari's gonna
僕はい
smile.
つも渡りと自分を比べて落ち込んでしまう
What a confusing
Watari.
time.
僕は宮園さんがとても好きだよ
Wow. Watari's like, I know. Look at that. Wow. You see, I knew it.
いや
Yeah, of course, Kosei, you freaking dense.
やっと俺とやり合う気になったか
片桐先生呼んで
Oh no. Oh shit,
静かに
dude.
すぐ先生来るからね
Oh gosh.
気になるからね宮園さん深呼吸して先
先生、急いでください。
宮園さん
Oh, she confused. Oh my gosh. Is she having a seizure? Oh.
あんたたち何してんの？
No. Dude, the writer, you freaking. You freaking dirty. I just wanna. Why you gotta do us dirty like this? Really, after that, such a wholesome, romantic friendship moment, you hit us with this? Oh my gosh. I should have seen that coming, but I didn't because I got distracted by that wholesome stare scene between Kosei and Watari. But of course, we're watching Your Lie in April. Why wouldn't we get our hearts destroyed yet again? Wow, that was brutal. Oh, it's... Oh my gosh, dude. Are you... Really? You had to kill the cat or freaking the same cat throughout this episode, getting into a car accident with freaking Kosei's lights dimming out of his eyes, literally light sipping out, leaving his eyes, symbolizes lifelessness, death, mortality, fear, despair. And this cat, the innocent Mao Mao, right as soon as Kosei saw Kaori's hands losing her strength. Dude, this, oh my gosh. This is effed. This is so messed up. Oh my gosh, dude. This, oh. What the Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Oh, thank you, vet. Oh, thank you. The symbolizer's light at the end of the tunnel. Oh my gosh, blood.
引かれた時点でほとんど手遅れだったんだ。残念だけど。だから
ありがとうございました。
大丈夫かい？
No, he's not okay. Oh my gosh, dude. Two devastating loss. Well, one near loss and one confirmed loss back to back. I think finally, with a few minutes left in this episode, in episode 20, I realized why so many people love this show, but I also feel devastated and torn rewatching this show. This is so messed up, dude. Wow, this is effed. I don't know what else to say, man. This is so messed up. Oh my gosh. Oh.
君は忘れられるの？君も行こう。私に触れて喜んでる。
And all of this is right after his confession of love towards Kaori. Can there be a more cruel, tragic timing than this? Oh Lord, give me strength. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, dude. I mean, enough said. So, dude, the writing, it's beyond impressive and beyond effed. It's so messed up, dude. The last 10 minutes, it just... Anyway, yeah, and enough said, dude. I need to take a break before my first session. Anyway, y'all, as always, a major shout out to our big donors. Scientia Tritons. Again, without your support, honestly, I might have just quit after this episode. But with your support, with your generosity, here we are, and we're going to finish strong with a lot of tissue boxes ready to finish out episode 21 and 22, because I'm sure we will make a comeback emotionally with some sort of a beautiful, wholesome, poetic, and important emotional closure. It is the pain, it is the suffering, it is the struggle that highlights the beauty of our journey. As difficult as it is for me to say that right after getting my heart absolutely smashed with Tsubaki, as if with Tsubaki's freaking bet, right? That broken window in that music room is how I feel. My gosh. Anyway, hang in there, y'all. We're in this together, and that was devastating. Oh my gosh, dude. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Remember, you matter, you're worthy, and catch you next week. Peace.